Who is the top 10 wrestlers right now in WWE?
Let's talk about it.
Currently, we're going to talk about it. This is DA Wrestling's top 10 list of WWE wrestlers. This is perfectly our opinions only. We will discuss. We will bring up two names. We'll discuss who and who will be our consensus 1 to 10. We will not be discussing any bloodline members. Sorry, bloodline factions. No DX stuff like that. None of those factions there. No AEW. This is strictly WWE currently as where we are now and find out who we think currently, in our own personal opinions, to 10. Where's the top 10 right now? Subject to change. I'm Andrew. This is Doug. This is DA Wrestling Top 10. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi. DA. Top 10 time.
Yeah, man.
This is the first top 10 list we've done before, so we're going to do something a little different here. We're both going to throw a name out, and we're going to discuss it as a consensus form, right? We're going to decide who we think consensus-wise, try to convince the other who might be actually in that 1 to 10 position right now, currently in WWE, right? It is not subject to any person there. If you are females are involved, males are involved, rookies are involved. It's currently in WWE.
That's fine. Let's do it.
So let's do this. We're going to also go backwards too. So number 1,
Cody.
Cody. We're going to say Reigns.
I say Cody for the fact that since he came back from the pec injury, he's been as consistent of a top level performer on his own, got himself back into which was the proper main event of WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
Okay, as much as I love me a good Roman Rock match, and that's probably happening in Vegas, just for where things were with Cody's momentum, they had to pull the trigger at that moment. And Cody helped create the largest gate ever in company history. And so you want to look at it monetarily, like money's still up with him as champion. Okay. Even in the ring, give me a guy who's having consistently better matches than Cody Rhodes right now.
Gunther.
That might be the only guy, but just based on star power, you would have to give it to Cody, yeah?
Yeah. See, Reigns is good, basically because when Reigns came back, there was a little bit of a layoff after WrestleMania, though. He really shifted momentum, as you said, from Cody to him.
Mm-hmm.
It is arguable right now that the biggest babyface in that company right now is Roman Reigns. Yes, he's only had two match under his belt since he's been back. But you cannot deny the fact that right now he is still probably number one on WWE currently right now. Yes, Cody's been the ball an awful lot since WrestleMania and since for the past year. But Roman, before that too, was easily considered number one. It's almost like 1A, 1B.
This is a 1A, 1B situation, but on the score sheet, it's probably going to be like this will knock out 1 and 2, I suppose.
Well, we could do. I'll concede with Cody just based on your argument though too. But my argument though is pretty strong with Roman Reigns.
No, and it absolutely is. And listen, I think for the WWE style of presentation, that big theatrical story element to it, I don't think there's a better big match performer in wrestling than Roman Reigns.
Yeah, like right now they're already building to there's going to be a build to Roman versus Cody 3.
Listen, not just that. Okay, you're about to get Roman Reigns back in War Games. It's going to happen.
Yep.
By the way, this list is as of October of 2024.
Yeah.
Um, you're gonna get him. You're gonna get him back into War Games.
Yep.
Okay. He's gonna finally have the blow off with Solo.
Yep.
Then you think about Rumble season,
Yep.
right? You can put him in the picture and have him chasing Cody, and they main event 3 Manias in a row.
Yeah.
Or is this the year that we get the Rock match, and then Cody can face, say, Randy or something?
Right now, that's probably the $1 million question right now.
Right. But what I'm saying is, in those big moments, those big matches, I don't think there's anybody better on the planet in the storytelling aspect of pro wrestling than Roman Reigns. But I think right now, in this second, I think Cody's been more consistent. And I think Cody this year has a fantastic body of work.
All right, I'll take the. I'll give you the Cody number one. I'll
Okay.
give you Cody number one. All right.
So number two.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. No point in arguing it. It's,
Yep.
I made my case even when you said in the last debate with Cody. It's nothing.
Yeah.
He's consistently had match after match after match. There's matches now that you want to see this guy have. People haven't even happened yet,
Mm-hmm.
and they haven't even sniffed it.
They've been so good with Gunther.
Yeah.
That Gunther's never really even sniffed the main event level talent yet.
Yeah, like
he's had Orton and Drew.
Yeah.
That's it. He
Like
hasn't had KO. He hasn't had
KO.
Cody.
He hasn't had a guy named CM Punk.
He's gonna get Cody in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Like people want to see him versus Punk. They want to see him probably versus KO. So yeah. Gunther's the consensus number two.
I think so.
Okay. Number three, Drew McIntyre. His feud alone right now that he had with CM Punk is arguably the feud of the year. And he's had a good match after every single one, whether it be like his match with Seth was extremely well done at WrestleMania number one.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I'm gonna let you cook, and
his time at the Elimination Chamber earlier this year was very good as well.
Yeah.
Right? His whole feud with Punk.
Phenomenal.
The odd match he occasionally got with Sheamus, right, was good too.
I'm actually low key looking forward to McIntyre and Barrett.
Wade Barrett.
You saw him teasing that leading up to that Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, I would say Drew McIntyre right now is number 3 best wrestler in WWE right now currently, even though he hasn't been seen since the loss to CM Punk. But rightfully so, he's had time.
That was only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Look, I'm with it.
Yep.
But I'm gonna make a case for Seth Rollins.
So the man he had a match with at WrestleMania.
Seth Rollins is number 3. Yes, he was hurt a lot of this year.
He spent a lot, like Roman.
Mm-hmm.
He's been off quite a bit since WrestleMania.
Yeah, but let's look at Seth's body of work here, right?
Yep.
He's had, Rumble, Chamber, Rumble, then his leg gave out on him because of Jinder Mahal.
Yep.
But then you just look at the character work that he did leading into being inserted into that WrestleMania 40 picture with Cody and Roman.
You can argue also the character work that he did when he built in as the referee versus Drew versus Punk.
Right. He kicks off the year beefing with CM Punk.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that was almost until before Punk got hurt. That was probably a consensus WrestleMania Night 1 main event.
had
Had
probably
he got hurt?
given how bad his knee was,
Yeah.
like for him to do what he did at WrestleMania alone,
Yeah.
is just proof to how good he is. And and then he comes back before he's even ready to get Damian Priest over, because Priest had heated up.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing him just come back and puts over Bronson Reed huge by just letting him beat the living piss out of him.
Yeah.
And now he's coming back to feud with Bronson Reed, where rightfully he'll put Bronson Reed over.
Yeah.
Because then you have another guy that.
Well, he should hope he would, right? He should hope.
Right.
He should. I mean, I'm hoping that Bronson Reed does win that feud. I mean, that's what I would think would happen, or should happen at least. But it's a good possibility he doesn't win that feud either. It all depends on what WWE's plans are for Bronson Reed. I see an IC title in that man's future at some point, though.
I think it'll happen before the end of the year.
It's possible.
I think.
Although considering what's happened tonight on Raw, we'll see.
Yeah. Oh no, they're probably going to hot potato this thing.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure they don't want Jay to get squashed by Bronson, and they need Jay for the Bloodline story.
Yeah.
So you're going to transition from Braun back to Bronson.
Not possible.
After Seth is done with Bronson Reed.
Possible. I'm gonna go with right now. I'm gonna stick with Drew though.
Yeah. You know what? I conceded.
Okay.
I'll give it to Drew. He had a stronger year.
And he's a hell of a funny troll on Twitter.
He's just an overall prick. But yeah.
He's great. All right.
Number 4.
Sure.
Bianca Belair.
Okay. I'm going to counter with Rhea.
I'm going to go Bianca Belair.
Okay.
Because Bianca, despite being in a tag team with Jade Cargill pretty much all year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
Since the Rumble.
Like Bianca's been doing side quest shit for the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And literally has put on nothing but an absolute stunning match off of anybody that's in that division. And then you look even just a couple of weeks ago on Raw, completely steals the show with Io Sky.
Yeah. Well, Io Sky is, she helped. Like, she's very, very good.
Listen,
I could have very well countered with Io Sky and had a very even better argument with you on it.
Yeah, I mean, again, but you also, again, look at the star power, right? Which to me was we agreed was the deciding factor between Gunther and Cody.
Yeah.
Star power is an interesting argument for you.
Well, it is an interesting argument.
But go ahead.
Right? Rhea. Now, granted, Rhea, much like Seth, much like Roman, has spent basically the past 2 months for the most part on the show. Right? Are we trying to debate that one or not? No.
No. She pretty much was off from like just after WrestleMania.
But look at the match she's had. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's at the Rumble. Okay? She had that match with Nia Jax in Perth, Australia, which was a good match considering a lot of things. Right? Then she goes in there at the WrestleMania and she beats arguably the best women's wrestler the company's ever had. Arguably. I'm saying arguably. I'm not saying it's 100%.
I'm not here to have that debate right now.
No, it's arguable.
Just know that you're entitled to your wrong opinion.
I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm just saying arguably.
That's fine. Keep going.
I'm a right or wrong answer. Right?
Keep going.
Then obviously her feud with Liv Morgan, right? And her feud that's be going on eventually with Raquel Rodriguez, because that's moving towards that as well. And when Rhea's in that ring, you can't. It's hard to argue that she's not better at times than Bianca. Bianca is probably way more athletic. That's a given. But Rhea's probably better in the ring technically more than actual Belair is. I know the
Mm.
match. I know Rhea has said that her dream match is with Belair at a WrestleMania.
Oh, those two would kill it.
Yeah. Uh,
Um,
I'm sticking with Rhea on this one. It's hard. It's hard.
so
It's hard not to say it. It's literally a
okay,
one
so
in one A.
okay, so I'm gonna give you my argument against Rhea. You give me your argument against
Okay,
Bianca. Okay.
sure,
So here we go.
sure.
Because the fact that Rhea was hurt for 4 months.
Like two.
No, she was out from April until like
SummerSlam.
July, August.
Hmm.
Yeah, August she got back in the ring. Right? So she was out for 4 months.
Okay.
But because of that, this whole Liv Morgan feud, like the stuff without Rhea has just been abysmal. And
The
even
story
with
is good.
even with Rhea, okay,
Yeah,
like this feud got tiring like literally SummerSlam.
I would
Be-
say it got.
when Dom turned, like, because he's a big part of that, I was just over this, you know,
Well, I think
and
she probably got the title
and
back.
I think and I like she doesn't have because she was hurt too, but
Yeah.
she doesn't have the body of work that Bianca does.
My counter that though too is that Bianca's been in a tag team with Jade
With
Cargill.
Jade Cargill,
Like, who
who
Jade Cargill,
has shown that is not like she's getting there,
she's
but she's not
like
all the way there yet.
when you look at Jade Cargill in AEW compared to WWE, they're two different things, right?
Yeah, but I would argue that Jade's a better wrestler now. But here's what I'm saying
Yeah,
is like she still has those hiccups,
yeah.
but Bianca's there to kind of get him through it.
Hmm.
And to be fair, this is a great way for people to be like, oh, okay, Bianca's not in the title scene anymore because she was for like 3 straight years,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then so she spent the last year teaming with Jade out of the title picture.
yeah,
So when you're ready to bring her back in,
yeah.
whether that's Mania or not, then like the crowd's going to be ready for her again.
I think the crowd needs. I think she needs to be a heel. That's power. I need to go there. I think we just see a better body of work with her as a heel than I do as a face. But I think the fact that she's been with Jade Cargill has helped Cargill a bit. But to me, it's like she's just tag teaming online. She hasn't really fought makes anybody really competitive wise, except for, other than Io Sky and Bailey.
She's had one-on-ones with Kyrie Sane too, who's right up there.
I would say Io's way better than Kyrie Sane
I wouldn't say way, but I would agree that Io's better.
for sure.
But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is like just Bianca's consistent and her consistency is above average. Okay, you're not really going to get a boring Bianca Belair match.
I find a lot of them boring.
I don't.
Fair
But
enough.
maybe that's just, different strokes for different folks.
I'm also not the biggest Bianca Belair fan to begin with, so
So
I
there
give
you
credit
go.
where credit's due. But
Right.
like, I'm not
So
the biggest fan.
so I
I'll give
think
you Bianca at 4. Okay.
okay.
I'll take Rhea out. I'll give you Bianca at 4. It's fair.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Number 5.
Number 5. Let me go a little wild card here. Jey Uso.
Fuck, I knew we were going to have this chat.
Yep.
Fuck.
Who you
Okay,
going with?
let me at least think of a counter argument for
Well, Jey
you
Uso
to
right now has had banger after banger after banger for the most part.
listen.
SmackDown, Raw, both matches with Braun.
While you make your case, give me a second. While you make your case,
Breakker.
start thinking about Kevin Owens.
Oh, I'm thinking of Kevin Owens. Let's see, you're gonna have that. See, I was leaving KO for later.
Yeah, but
I
the
wasn't
lower
going
you,
KO yet. Because KO's on my list, in my own personal list, I have KO in my top 10 for sure.
no, for sure.
I just don't know where my top. I mean, it's well known in this show that I'm a KO fan. Speaking of KOs, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe there on YouTube. There, click the little button down below or on the side here, one of these things. Make sure you follow us on Podbean. Right? Make sure there's a little click for you guys, small click for you guys, big click for us. We thank you very much for all your support. This is Top 10 DA Wrestling back at her. So, yeah, KO is fantastic. But I'm going to say Jey Uso right now at number 5, right in the middle there, because it's kind of hard for who I have thinking in my head for the rest of the list. I think it's a good spot for Jey Uso right now. Number 5.
See, I'm not going to deny Jey Uso's popularity.
I'm not even talking about popularity. I'm just talking about in-ring work in general.
Hold on. However, I'm still not sold on Jay for the simple reason of if he diversified his move set a little bit.
You're saying still to a little Usos.
Yeah, so
Probably
it's
the best way to say that.
it's the same honestly, it's the same knock that people give the Bucks, the Young Bucks,
Yeah, fair enough.
right? It's like you're gonna when Jey Uso's in there, you're gonna see three things. You're gonna see a spear, you're gonna see about 15 super kicks, and you're gonna see him come off the top rope.
John Cena
Right?
only had
It
5 moves
worked.
to death.
Listen, yeah, but guess what? Go look at 2015 John Cena. Okay. He was busting out springboard stunners and code reds.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
and a and a Hurricane Rana here
I'm
and
saying
there.
some guys only have 5 moves to death, right? John Cena did. I
Right.
mean, The
Well,
Rock's only really got 2.
Jay's got three, so
Yeah.
like I get it, less is more. And you know what? If you guys love that, awesome.
Hey, I'm not.
Personally
I'm just saying. If I'm picking that.
personally speaking,
Yeah.
I think that even on popularity and in-ring skill
Yeah.
and the character work that he's done, especially with Cody and Randy Orton,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well,
He's been
we're seeing
he's
a lot more
been
characters
working in the top program
for
in the
years.
industry for the last 4 full years.
Yeah, but you see, also look at Jay's character work too, right? He went from Jey Uso to being, bloodline Jey Uso to having a lot more emotions with Sami Zayn Jey Uso to on his own Jey Uso. Now you're seeing more character work develop into like the side choosing of brother's side or the original
Yeah,
bloodline.
but keep in mind, like yes, Jey Uso has been brilliant. Like his character has been brilliantly written to create this arc,
Yeah, like it's
right?
like
But now,
his
but
past
now he's finally
5 years has been this.
right. But finally, he's at that main event Jey Uso,
Yeah,
which it pertains back to the story anyway, because like Roman started calling him main event Jey Uso,
yeah,
and so now Jay is everything that a main event guy should be.
yeah.
I'm just saying KO's been doing it for longer. And if I like, if I'm booking Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso, I'm still putting KO over.
That being said, too, you just say another two. How many? Yes, every match for KO is great. I mean, I love KO. Well documented. As you said though, you're putting KO over, whereas KO has not been put over in a lot of matches at all.
And that's why I would put KO over.
Hard to argue this one. It really was. This one's actually a hard one.
Right?
It's a hard one.
See, here's also the thing.
Both are very eligible for that spot.
Right. If Kevin Owens is in my top 10 overall, then I'm including Japan and AEW. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, Owens would be like 10 on a regular list, maybe 11.
I'd probably have KO in I'd probably have in my back end of my 10.
Right. So I think when you shrink this list down, right? I think that puts KO like
he's in the middle. He's somewhere in the middle. Like,
I tell you what, we'll go KO 5, Jey Uso 6.
All right, I'll go with that one. Who's got number 6, everybody?
Yeah. So number 7.
Number 7. Okay.
I think now
this is where it starts getting nitty gritty.
No, this is where it's going to get fun.
Very interesting, yeah. What do you think?
Roman Reigns.
Well, I am going to go Jacob Fatu.
Roman Reigns.
Jacob Fatu right now.
So here's
your argument before was that Roman didn't have a lot of matches either, right? Jacob's had a lot more matches.
Hold on. Okay.
Yep.
My argument for Roman is if you didn't listen to me earlier when I was talking about Cody and giving Roman his props.
Oh, yeah, I heard you gave a prop, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Roman is the best big match wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. And the fact that he hasn't had a lot of matches this year is exactly why I would put him this low, because he's still in the top 10.
I'd almost put him in number 10.
Nah, I think there's other guys that deserve recognition on this list, but they're not as good as Roman Reigns.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Right now, to me, is arguably, you look at his work right now in WWE, it's fantastic. Right?
Jacob Fatu.
You know who Jacob Fatu was before WWE, you know who he is now. Right?
And that's the thing.
That's something to say about who a man is and his skill in that ring.
That's the thing. Jacob Fatu is a new character, absolutely. Okay, he only debuted in July.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting here in October talking about him as a top 10 wrestler.
Yeah.
I think we got to pump the brakes just a second because again, he's been in tag team matches.
Yeah, most of his matches have been tag team.
We haven't seen him on his own yet.
Fair enough.
And I think for that reason, Jacob Fatu is probably in the 20 spot for me right now.
I'll give you a range at 7.
Okay.
Give a range of 7. All right. Give a range of 7. All right. Number 8. Randy Orton. Who's your counter?
Trick Williams. I know you don't watch much NXT.
I do.
Okay. I think if there was a most improved award, they have in the NBA, that award this year would go to Trick Williams.
Okay.
Because Trick Williams this year went from breaking out of Melo's shadow.
Okay.
Melo going full-time to the main roster and people not knowing if Trick would be able to stand on his own 2 feet.
Yeah.
And then Trick goes ahead and wins Iron Survivor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then goes on to beat Ilya Dragunov
Mhm.
for the NXT championship
Yeah.
has a great he has great runs with Dragunov, Carmelo, Braun, and then even you look at the guys now, Javon Evans and Ethan
Page.
Page. Yeah, Ethan Page. Trick has been again one of the most consistently best wrestlers in the WWE system all year.
And Orton's been the best wrestler for one of the best wrestlers for the past 20 years. And he comes back and he still looks like he hasn't lost a step at all. His match with Trevon Evans that you mentioned too had his moments of mix up due to the learning curve for Trevon Evans going through, but it was still a good match for what it was, right? Randy Orton has consistently been in that top spot.
I know we haven't talked about it on a podcast,
Sure.
so I just want to touch on that just really quickly.
Sure.
That Randy Orton Javon Evans match from last week.
Yeah.
Um yeah.
Missed the RKO.
Yeah, he missed the springboard RKO.
Yep.
And 2008, 2009 Randy Orton would have yelled at him and called him stupid.
It's true.
2024 Randy Orton picks him up. He says, "Don't worry about it. You're the fucking man."
Yeah.
All right.
That's why Orton's number 8. Just
listen. It's again, and I mean, Randy Orton's had a very consistently good year. This it being his first year back.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been healthy. He looks good in all his matches. But he doesn't look like he's lost a step.
It looks like he hasn't lost a step.
No. And that's one of the reasons why I put Randy Orton 8. Over Trick Williams right now, yes.
And I'll be honest, when it comes to big high profile matches, if I don't want Roman Reigns in there, I want Randy Orton in there.
Randy Orton versus Gunther was a hell of a good match.
Can you honestly sit there and tell me that you wouldn't pay money to go see Roman Reigns in his current form versus Randy Orton currently?
I would love to go see that. I'm still waiting for it.
The same here.
Like they should have done the Rumble.
They should have. It was a very unnecessary fatal 4-way.
It's fun 4-way. But yeah.
LA Knight and AJ Styles didn't need to be in there.
No. So you're saying Orton's at 8? Because I'm taking Orton at 8.
I'll give you Orton at 8 if you entertain Trick at 9.
I'll entertain it, but I'm going to counter that, though.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm going to counter that. Say you're Trick Williams at 8, at 9, okay? I'm going to counter you with Braun Breaker.
Oh, fuck. 2 young studs.
Braun Breaker right now, you say yourself several times on this show, on the Raw shows.
Mm-hmm.
Braun Breaker is a future world champion. I mean, I think I've said it too once, twice. The fact that he has already won the IC title on the main roster, it has literally sparked a fire in everybody on that show. He has played both sides of the coin like Two-Face from Batman. You know who that is, right?
Yes. Tommy Lee Jones played him in Batman Forever.
Yes. So yeah, right? With Braun Breaker on this one too at number 9. Based on what Braun Breaker has done in the WWE, NXT, let alone NXT, like his came in NXT. He's a lovely, surefire babyface, son of Rick Steiner, who had a really very, very good heel turn in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Had 5-star matches. I saw him 5-star, but Meltzer will say different. With Dragunov, right?
Even just go back a year ago and watch Breaker versus Gunther.
Yeah. Right?
Go watch Breaker versus Tyler Bate from last year.
Exactly. His tag team work with Baron
Corbin
was fantastic.
What were they called? The
War Dogs?
Something Dogs? War Dogs, maybe?
Something War Dogs, or some of those things.
No, that's the Bullet Club right now.
Something Dogs. Yeah. Like, I would say I would take Williams out and I would put Breaker in that position at number 9.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get tricking on this list.
No. I would say Braun Breaker. Okay.
Okay,
Number 9. Number 10. Number 10.
hold on. Hold on.
Oh, well, number 10 yet? Okay. We'll go back here.
Yeah. Chad Gable. Or actually, you know what? Scratch Chad Gable. Give me Sami Zayn.
Over Breaker?
Yes. Because we would be remiss to not do a list like this and not talk about the year Sami Zayn's
I would
had.
say put Sami Zayn at 10. I think that's a consensus. Zayn alone has had a really. It's hard to argue Zayn hasn't had a great year, let alone great 4 years.
Well, I wouldn't say a great 4 years, but I think since the
Let's
summer,
say 2 years.
since the summer of 22,
Yeah.
so like 2 years
Say 2 years.
consistently.
Yeah.
He has been one of the top characters on the program,
Yeah.
like on any program, whether he's on SmackDown or Raw. Okay.
Okay.
This dude had people believing that he was going to beat prime Roman Reigns
Yep.
in Montreal.
Yep.
That was just a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Not long ago at all.
No. And to the point, like, people were entertaining this idea of doing a triple threat between Roman, Sammy, and Cody
Mm-hmm.
at 39.
Okay.
So I don't think it's far fetched. And then look at the year Sami Zayn's had.
Yeah.
Just on Raw alone.
Yeah.
And then WrestleMania with Gunther.
Yeah.
The matches with Chad Gable. The matches with Braun Breaker.
Zayn at 10, I think is fine with honor. I mean, I could argue maybe number 10.
I tell you what. Instead of conceding Braun, you move Braun to 10, Sammy 9.
We can do that. I can do
You
that.
good?
Yeah, we'll do that. Now, honorable mentions.
Okay, I give you 3 honorable mentions because we could go honorable mentions the whole day.
All right. Honorable mention number 1, CM Punk.
My only knock on CM Punk is he's had 3 matches since he's been back.
Fair.
That's
Well,
it.
Well,
If he has it, if he gets it,
he's had 3 with Drew. He's had 1 with. He's saying he was in the Rumble.
okay, so he's had 4 matches. Here's the thing: give me a full year and be consistent with it, and dude, I'll put you in the top 10.
All right, fair. All right. There's no mentions. There's no actually number for them.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like that's why Punk's name never even came up.
And I just thought of this now. I kind of want to argue. Actually, kind of want to argue Breaker, but I'm not going to argue it because there's argue it. Andrade.
No. And the only reason I say no is like no disrespect to Andrade.
No. It's just we're as an honor.
But like Breaker is way more over than Andrade.
That's
I get it. Andrade's been killing it with Mello all summer.
Yeah.
But it's literally just been this summer that Andrade's been awesome.
True. So we'll say Andrade.
Like let's not forget, like, he had a slow start back.
Yeah. Okay, we'll say Andrade as an honorable mention.
That's cool. Yeah.
One more honorable mention.
Yeah.
Who do we want to go with here? It's kind of hard to figure out the last honorable mention.
No, you give your third one and I know.
Honorable mention. Damian Priest.
Okay, that was going to be one of my honorable mentions, was Damian Priest, for the year that he had.
Yeah.
And it sounds like he may be going back to Gunther for round 2.
Yeah.
Towards the end of this year.
So we're going to mention CM Punk, Andrade, and Priest.
Okay, so for me,
yep.
I guess because he was knocked off the list, Trick Williams.
All right.
Trick Williams.
Yep.
Rhea Ripley.
There you go, Rhea. Okay.
Well, because Rhea's not on the list.
No, she's not on the list. I mean, I could have put her in my honorable mention, but
it's okay. I did it for you.
That's fine.
And then like, who do I really want to show some love to right now?
It's kind of the hard part about
Io
this.
Sky.
Io Sky, all right.
Io Sky. Because, again, with Bianca,
Yeah,
like, they've been going neck and neck when it comes to consistency.
for sure.
And I think literally, like, Damage Control turned babyface just on their in-ring work,
It's very true. Kind of hard to argue on that
right?
one. Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Especially after the whole thing with Bailey was done, and especially since Dakota got hurt again.
100%. Yeah,
And I
that girl's like
and I think even
that
so,
bad luck.
since Bailey left the group and Asuka got hurt,
Yeah,
I think Io's been carrying Damage Control anyway.
yeah. I should I say I couldn't put Bailey on this list just based on the fact that her matches to me as haven't been the greatest.
I
Not
can't I can't
they not like they were during the pandemic era in the
I
dome.
can't get excited for a Bailey match right now.
No, I find she was better in
Maybe
the
it's
dome.
I don't know if it's the opponent. Like, I don't know if it's the opponent, but
I mean, I could even
like,
put Strat on the list too, but
I mean, like, she had a really good one with Naomi on
yeah,
SmackDown.
yeah, she did. Actually, her
But
past two matches with Naomi were pretty good. So
I guess, okay. So you know what? Throw Bailey down as your fourth one, and then I'll just throw one more out for the sake of
sure,
argument.
we'll say Bailey on the number 4.
And I'll give it to LA Knight.
Sure.
I think LA Knight would be on some people's top 10 lists.
I think he'd be on a lot of people's top 10 lists, but this isn't other people's top 10 list. This is our top 10 list, an argumentative
That's
top 10 list.
that's fine. So I mean, LA Knight would probably be another guy, like, props to.
Yeah,
He was in the main event program with Roman
yeah,
in January. Even, like, you go towards the end of last year
yeah,
at Crown Jewel. You know, he's working with Cena, and, like, he's a big time player.
yeah.
Has the feud with AJ Styles through WrestleMania.
Yeah, there's a sad story.
Tries to win Money in the Bank,
Yeah,
but then finally gets the U.S. title.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. He's had a good year. It's hard to. It's a lot of people probably.
And
Would have to be on top 10.
since he's been champion,
He's had good matches.
he's been cranking out
Like I'm looking forward.
certified bangers.
I'm looking forward to LA Knight versus Andrade versus Carmelo.
Yep.
That's gonna be fun.
Apparently, isn't LA Knight going to be the referee in their match on Friday?
I think so. Yes.
For, like, this, this is their 7th.
Yeah, I can see him interfering.
No, LA Knight's the ref. I don't know if he would interfere.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Or he drops both of them with a BFT and just leaves Stone Cold style.
Absolutely. Anyway, folks, that is the top 10 list.
Let's recap.
Recap.
Let's
Cody, number 10. Number 1. Gunther, number 2. Drew, number 3. Bianca, number 4. KO, number 5. Jey Uso, number 6. Roman Reigns, number 7. Randy Orton, number 8. Sami Zayn, number 9. Braun Breaker, number 10. That is our top 10 list. Comment down below whether you like it or not. Let you know who your top 10 is. I like to know who other people's top 10s are. Because, it'd be a lot of fun.
And you know what? We'll come back maybe next week.
Yeah.
We come back and do top 10 AEW.
Yeah, we'll do top 10 AEW. Although I think that's kind of easy to kind of census right now.
No, that's fine. There's a consensus number 1.
Yeah.
And it's Will Ospreay. Okay.
Even
there
number,
ain't no.
I mean, that's probably right now. I'd probably say it's Ospreay, Moxley, Swerve, Hangman.
Well, again, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it because. But I was gonna say, like, when it comes to, like, the best in the world, it's 2 guys for me right now based on this year. It's Ospreay and it's Zack Sabre Jr. and you can literally interchange them, and it's not going to upset me.
Fair enough.
If you tell me Zack Sabre Jr. is the best in the world right now, I'll agree with you.
Yeah, it's hard enough to argue that one. It's hard to argue.
If you like Zack Sabre Jr., especially just winning the IWGP Heavyweight title,
yeah,
from Naito, has had a breakout year of all breakout years.
Fair
and the dude's been doing it for like 15 years. So
that's true. He's been around a long time.
But yeah, I mean, yes, Will Ospreay is
It says it's
the
number one.
the best in AEW, absolutely. But that's going to be a fun one.
I will be.
Until then, you can find the show DA Sports Podcast on Instagram, DA Sports Pod on Twitter. That beautiful man over there is April1982 on Instagram, Andrew at DA Sports on TikTok. I'm D Lions 991 on Twitter, and we'll catch you down the road.